Good morning, y'all. It is Friday, the 17th of May, 2024, and I hope you have had a good week. And I decided to take the day off today. I'm going to go help Corey get set up for the craft show here in Arlington. She is selling her paintings again, and we take most of that money and buy Bibles and tracts. Sometimes we give money to missionaries for support as well, or a need that rises up church related. So just pray for her today. Pray she has a good day. It's kind of a cloudy day, about a 50% chance of rain. And we know with craft shows it's outside. So just pray that the rain holds off and she has a good day. She'll be there today and part of tomorrow. A lady from our church will be there for the morning tomorrow. Corey's doing a 5K up in Toledo, 5K run. So pray for her for that. Uh, be at the Toledo Zoo in the morning, then back for the last half of the craft show tomorrow. So, all right. So we're going to get into Revelation 13. I've been saying this week that we know from the Bible who the son of perdition is. We know that the Bible has actually identified who the son of perdition is. Now, exactly how he comes back, I'm not sure. My personal belief, it's a bodily resurrection somehow. So we looked, Jesus Christ identified who the son of perdition is. Paul said in Second Thessalonians 2 that the day of Christ, the rapture, will not happen until the man of sin be revealed. There's a falling away first, that's within the church, falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed. And he says, the son of perdition. So Paul said the man of sin, the Antichrist, is the son of perdition. Jesus Christ identified him in John chapter 17. And in John 17, he said he's kept all the apostles and lost none save one, the son of perdition, that scripture might be fulfilled. So we can see that it's Judas Iscariot. He is the son of perdition. He is the Antichrist. And just like Christ is here once, the Antichrist has been here once. And just like Jesus Christ is coming back, the Antichrist will come back. But where exactly does he come from? John chapter 13. I'm sorry, Revelation chapter 13. Revelation chapter 13. Here's the Apostle John. In Revelation 13, we'll look at verse 1. Get your Bibles there. Revelation 13, verse 1. John says here, and I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. That's important. The name of blasphemy is very important, as the next time we talk, we're going to be looking at Revelation 17. Exactly where the Antichrist comes up from. Well, or who he's involved with when he comes back. And the beast which I saw was like a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him power and his seat. So he also has a seat that he comes back up. Now, I don't believe that when it says this seat, that it's talking about when he sits down at the temple and declares himself God. No, he has a different seat. And that seat's over in the first 2 chapters of Revelation. We'll look at that when we look at Revelation 17, because those two will go together. And gave him his power and his seat and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. When he rises up out of the pit, he had a head wound, past tense, because he was wounded unto death, and his deadly wound was healed. So he's resurrected. So this is interesting. We'll talk more about this. We won't have time to go into this today. But that deadly wound was past tense, and he rose again from the dead. And his wound was deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast, and who is able to make war with him? So he comes in with great war power and strength and might. This is important because in this passage in Revelation 13, it doesn't say he comes in peaceably making peace. It just says he is powerful and who is able to make war with him. So when he comes in, he's backed by an army. That's very interesting. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months, 3.5 years. When he rises, he's got 3.5 years of power. Where's the 7 years? And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Sure sounds like that's when he declares himself God. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. Now, this is tribulation saints. This is not Christian saints. These are saints that are in the tribulation, the Jewish saints that he's going after to annihilate at this point. And power is given unto him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. He was given power over the world. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb that was slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. So he comes in, and when he comes in with great power and military power. Because it says here, who's able to make war with him? So he is the strongest world leader, military leader of all time, apparently, at this point. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb. And he spake as a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth all the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Now, this character is the false prophet. 2 different characters here. You have the beast, actually 3. You have the dragon, Satan, who gives power to the beast. You have the beast that rises up out of the pit, out of the sea. And then you have the false prophet who rises up out of the earth. He's a great spiritual leader that rises up. And he does the spiritual work of the Antichrist. And it goes on here. It says, he rains down fire from the heavens, from the sky. You see, the false prophet is just like those false prophets back there that faced Moses. Those things that happen in the tribulation are similar to those things that happen when Moses goes to meet Pharaoh, and then he starts causing signs through God's power, and then you see the false prophets, those magicians, mimic the things that Moses did. That's what the Antichrist false prophet will do. He'll mimic the same things that Christ has done and Moses has done. Sorry, I apologize. Moses did. He mimics the same things that Moses did. Verse 14. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of these miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. What do? They make a giant idol of this powerful being, this powerful force, this powerful man that comes back and says he is Christ. But he comes back militarily with power. But he also comes in with lying signs and wonders. You see, we're facing a time right now in this Laodicean church age that the last 100 and some years, there's a church that comes in and boasts of having these signs and wonders that they do, tongues, healing, prophecy. Now, this is probably going to offend some folks. That stuff ain't real, folks. It's lying signs and wonders the same way the Antichrist comes in. And it's coming out of churches today. Now look at this, back here. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. He had a wound now that he did live from. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. This giant idol that's created, the false prophet is given power to make that image come alive. That idol. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causeth both all, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. It's an implant that goes in their right hand or in their forehead. And folks, this is how close we are. We have that technology now. We have a technology that's been on a trial run. Started with pets, to track pets. And it's started to be implanted into people. Do the research. That's just a trial run. Now, is that the mark of the beast? No, not yet. It's not the mark of the beast until you have to receive it in order to buy and sell during the tribulation. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for there is the number of a man, and his number is 600 threescore and six. 666. So the Antichrist, back to the beginning of chapter 13, rises up out of the sea, rises up out of the pit, rises up out of his own place. Judas Iscariot comes back. And when he comes back, like Christ came the first time as a lamb, Judas Iscariot was one of his sheep. So he came in a lamb. And just like when Christ comes back at the end of the tribulation as a lion, the Antichrist, Judas Iscariot, comes back as a lion with great power and authority and strength and might. And this time, when he comes back, he causes all kinds of trouble. So we know where he comes from. He comes from the pit. He rises up out of the sea. He had a deadly head wound that was healed. And he comes back to allow Satan another run. That's all I've got for you today. Because when I say he allows Satan to have another run, his power comes from Satan. That's why he's the son of perdition, the son of destruction, the son of Satan. You have a great day. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you Monday.